It was no surprise to see a big crowd roll in for Saturday night's meeting at Maitland as the club hosted the 53rd running of the Intercity Pace. With runners qualifying in heats on December 27, the club had attracted stables from different parts of New South Wales. However, the locals were expecting a strong showing with the likes of Rambo Mick and St Stormy. History beckoned for Luke McCarthy, the driver of this year's favourite Kept Under Wraps, as he attempted to become the first reinsman to win the event on 3 occasions. Kept Under Wraps drew 6 and, despite being restrained at the start, soon found himself outside the leader. The 4-year-old blitzed his rivals to win by 27 metres, and McCarthy was understandably happy with the performance.
Yeah, he's always been a top horse. Greg, big thanks to Mark and Natalie for leaving him over here and all the owners. And you know, he played second fiddle to Follow the Stars his whole 2-year-old season, and and then even Mark's other good 3-year-olds at 3. And I think his performances have been super, but he's just run into a couple better than him. And it's been good for him to get to Sydney and have a few kills. And tonight was really good.
The first race was won by the Chris Burke-trained Scotch Creek. The 8-year-old mare was driven aggressively by Brad Elder and controlled the race soon after the start. Scotch Creek raced away and won by nearly 10 metres, with Connections lamenting her missed opportunities in the Intercity Pace heats the week prior.
Yeah, she put a couple of wrong ones in at the start, and then she'd go up for probably 50 metres, and then about the 600 got her out, and she sprinted home real well, got beaten 10 metres I think. So yeah, her run last week really topped her off for tonight.
Race 2 saw the favourite Courage Underwater make an early error, opening the door for a number of horses, including the Shane Tritton-trained Lura. The 6-year-old mare made a mistake in the score-up but settled quickly and was given a great run by the informed driver Chris Geary, who wasn't surprised by the mare's victory.
Yeah, she raced really good. She had a beautiful run, won for the whole, pretty much most of the trip, and she ended up getting clear around the last corner and finished off really nice.
The third event was dominated by the 2 favourites Soy Wasabi and It's Ollie's Excuse. However, it was the Clayton Harmey-trained 4-year-old that prevailed in a bustling finish. Soy Wasabi is a talented pacer and was driven by the state's leading reinsman Todd McCarthy, who has opened up a huge lead in the New South Wales Drivers' Premiership after 4 months of the season. McCarthy was impressed by the performance of the winner.
Yeah, I pulled 4 wide at the top of the back straight and tried to make a quick move, and he sort of, once he passed him a little bit, he wanted to wait for him and race him, and then once they got to him, he raced on really good.
The 4th race was named in honour of Charlie Camilleri, who passed away last year. Camilleri enjoyed plenty of success as a trainer during his career and was well liked by many participants across the industry. It was fitting that Mark Callaghan trained and drove the winner of the race, Smoky Rocket, with the informed horseman proud to win the race named in Camilleri's honour.
Yeah, certainly would, Greg. He's a servant of the game up in this area, an absolute legend, and very, very sad loss when he did finally pass away, and it is a great honour to win it, the inaugural running of it.
Race 5 was the Charlie McDeed Memorial, and it provided the biggest upset of the night, with Adam Francis and Jason Proctor combining to win with level 2. The 9-year-old was given a perfect run by Proctor throughout and sprinted quickly in the closing stages to win. After the event, Proctor was full of praise for Francis and believes keeping the horse fresh was the key to the victory.
Yeah, no, he was very impressive. His run last week was quite nice in one of the heats, and I think the trainer done a great job. He raced over 2,400 last week, and he's just swum in this week, and obviously the horse was fit, so we just freshened him up all week. He just gave him a bit of a swim and give him one little jog yesterday, and he said the horse was sharp. So coming back over a mile, the second line's been quite good to him by coming through and lobbing a good position without spending too much petrol. And then being fresh, the horse always had a bit of speed, so the speed was pretty genuine throughout, so the last 250 he sort of used his old speed and got over the top of him.
Robbie Morris drove the winner of race 6 when Stormont Czar sprinted quickly to score. Morris drove the short price favourite for luck, but when Stormont Czar was able to get off the inside after trailing the leader, it was game over, with the Metropolitan performer doing enough to hold off Fond Design. Morris confirmed Stormont Czar will now return to Menangle and continue his racing on the bigger track.
He'll go back to Menangle now, probably next Saturday. Probably a bit disappointing. I sort of give him a good blow and done a really good job last prep, and probably should have had him in for 3 or 4 runs more before the Group 2 final for Ramos last fortnight ago. Probably just 2 or 3 runs short, and he went really good, but would have liked to have 2 more runs under his belt.
The 8th event was a local victory with the Peter Hedges trained and driven Imson Anthony scoring. The horse has been racing well for Hedges, but he was most pleased with being able to secure a win at Maitland's feature race meeting of the year. Imson Anthony led and was able to cling on despite a wall of horses chasing him up the straight.
Yeah, he actually got the tugs up at the second quarter and went a lot quicker than what I wanted to do. But he done well to hang on, but he was very tight on the line. I was waiting for that winning pace to come, that's for sure.
Race 9 saw Brad Elder secure a driving double when Perfect Energy won. After drawing well and finding the front, it was expected the 4-year-old would record a comfortable victory. However, he was forced to dig deep in the straight with 60-1 chance Is I Out looming in the shadows of the post. Elder was happy with the win and is already planning a full-time future in the sport.
Oh, yeah, everything's been going good. Had a few for the season now. I've got a lot of people behind me, owners, trainers, and especially my dad and every family and that. So yeah, everyone's helping.
And where do you want to go? Do you want to make it a full-time career?
I'd love to. I really would.
The last race was won by the Ray Harkness trained Benny's a Virgin. Reinsman Nathan Carroll was a part of last year's Rising Stars series, and despite returning to full-time work recently, is still finding time to work a small team of horses. Carroll drove Benny's a Virgin aggressively in the final lap of the race and was rewarded when he looped the field and won comfortably.
Yeah, it is lovely getting a winner. You know, like I said in my little speech out there, that the last 3 meetings I've driven a winner in the last race every time. So I think the last one was on Take the Cash for Ray Harkness again. So I enjoy this little track. You know, I moved from Dubbo and worked my way up here. Moved into Lauren and Shane's and Mick Formosa's stables, and just gone back doing my electrical trade and that. Just training a couple of my own, but home little track now to me, where Dubbo was home back then. So working horses on here every day and helping Ray out on weekends, fast working and driving them at the trials. You know, a bloke like him, he's always honest with an opinion, and I'm very thank you for the opportunity.